Okay, welcome back to your patterns tutorial for second dan black belts. This is the second pattern for the second dans, and it's called pattern Choong, Jang, and it starts in Mo Jumbi Sogi A, which is the same as one yo. Now this pattern's technically not as hard to perform as your first pattern, but there's a lot to this pattern and it's really easy to get confused and forget, hence why this is the third time I've filmed this. So hopefully this time I won't forget and go wrong. So it starts in pattern Mo Jumbi Sogi A, like one yo, and you step to the right, which is unusual because for most patterns so far you've always stepped out to the left to start. So this steps out to the right, ready, with a right inner forearm side block. Okay, that's all you're doing is a side block. This is a reaction force. Try and make them square. Okay, and then repeat. With the left side inner fore block. Stepping your right leg back in again. Slow motion angle punch in line with your chest line. From here, step your left leg forwards with a double finger strike to the eyes, and then repeat with your right foot forwards, double finger strike to the eyes, and then on the spot, sine wave downward back fist strike. From there, walk forwards, rising block, and from there, walk forwards and punch. So that's the first section to get before you move on. From here, pivot on your left foot all the way around into L stance, guarding block to the front. Now I'm going to perform a low section snap kick, landing in a low stance with a flat fingertip thrust to the eyes. From here, you drop to the floor, so your left leg comes behind, you drop to the floor, your two hands support you, and you perform a high section turning kick to the camera in the direction of the pattern. Pull it back and put your foot down, facing forwards, and you come up a little bit, then you drop your fingertips to the floor, in line or slightly in front of your knee when you perform a front punch. I'm just going to shuffle back a bit, otherwise I'll go off camera. Then you step forwards and face the back and slide into a left elbow thrust. And then step forwards again from your thrust, pivot on your right foot into a guarding block, and then stepping backwards into L stance, scooping block, and then backwards into L stance, knife hand strike. So that's the next section to get before you move on. From here, you pivot on your right foot, stepping your left foot out, X pressing block. You're going to perform a knee up snap kick and move your hands to the left and move them flat when you move them to the left. So knee up snap kick, moving your hands to the left, land with your right foot behind your left and step out into left L stance. From here, you're going to slide forwards into reverse L stance with a right hand elbow thrust, and then pivot on the left leg back to knife hand guarding block. From here, perform a side piercing kick, land with this foot just behind, and pull your left foot back into a twin palm pushing block. So that's a twin palm pushing block. From your twin palm pushing block, step forwards, inward block, and then a high section back fist side strike. From here, pivot on your right foot and show me an L stance with a flat fingertip thrust. Then you're going to perform a right leg low section snap kick and put your hand on top of your left hand at the same time. Then pivot all the way around. Drive your right elbow back in slow motion into walking stance with your left fist on your right fist, on top of your right palm of the fist. From here, lift your front leg up. From on top, show me a downward stamping backhand, and then front punch. Then walk forward and repeat. From on top, stamping L stance, downward backhand strike, and punch. Ready? Pivot on your right foot, and show me a stamping knife hand to the front. Then slip out into walking stance with a downward back fist, while striking your palm with the front of your elbow. And then repeat, coming forwards again, stamping, knife hand in L stance, slip out into walking stance, downward back fist strike, hitting the front of your elbow at the same time. Then pivot on your right leg to the back into L stance, low section reverse knife hand guarding block, and then slip out into walking stance, right 9 shape. And then repeat. Step forwards into L stance, reverse knife hand low section block, step into left 9 shape. Step your right leg back, twin knife hand, Set up the reaction force for an arc hand strike. Then show me a midsection snap kick and arc hand strike again. And then midsection snap kick, reverse punch middle section, and then obverse punch middle section, but both in fast motion. Okay, so it goes, okay. Then pull your back foot in and show me a 4-knuckle crescent punch. So a twin 4-knuckle crescent punch. Then pivot on your right foot all the way around, low section knife hand block in walking stance, finishing with a high section open palm punch. Then step turn, low section outward knife hand block again, and finish the pattern with an open palm punch. And your left leg comes back to ready stance. Okay, so that was pattern Choong Jang. So there's loads of sections to that pattern, and it's really easy to get confused with which leg you pivot on. Am I turning forwards, backwards? You'll miss sections out. So again, don't be too hard on yourself and try and learn the pattern really quickly. Learn it section by section by section, okay? And spend a lot of time on it. Okay, so that ends your tutorial for the pattern Choong Gun.